Yo, what up, King? Dude, what a sell-off we had overnight. It's crazy. Dude, we dropped like... Oh. From the top, right before we came down, almost 1,000 points. That's crazy. Yeah, this morning might be cooked, yeah. We might see, so kind of what I'm thinking right now is we might see some volatility or like a volatile open, but in the event that we get above 29,900, I think we're going to come up and actually rebalance some of the move down or retrace a little bit of it, but I mean, there's a pretty strong chance, following a pretty large move, that we potentially balance out or we whiplash around. We also have PMI at 9:45 Eastern. So, yeah, the morning might be a little cooked. I just passed this Top Step account last night, so we're going to try and trade it a little bit. I pulled a payout on the Alpha account yesterday, so they took that account away for now until they give it back to me. We got all of our other funded accounts, but I'm going to just focus on I'm gonna focus on this Top Step account today. See if we could build up a little balance on it. Try and hit a buzzer beater for a payout before the end of the month. There's like 5 days left, including today. But yeah, crazy move down. Daily candle's already huge. Wonder how the open's gonna react to it. The most ideal situation though is if we actually come up, because if we just keep dropping, it's gonna be kind of hard to get myself to follow that, to be honest. Although if we do keep going down, then I'm watching for us to potentially take lows heading into the higher time frame discount, but sheesh. Dude, Asia and London for the past like 2 months have been killing it. Why do I even sit here at market open at this point? I just get left with like the BS. Gotta change the sleep schedule. No, I did trade Asia yesterday though, so I passed this eval that we're now trading the funded account, and then I bought 2 more evals and hit profit target on both of them. So I did short it yesterday during Asia. I just didn't I didn't hold it for 900 points because, well, it's an eval, but yeah, last night even before this big drop, last night the price action for Asia was pretty clean. I caught some of this short, and I caught some of this short. So I passed this top step account on this move down right here, and then this move down right here. I hit profit target on 2 more alpha premium accounts, and look what we did. That's pretty clean. So we have market open happening here in 30 seconds. I'm seeing if we're going to, like, I'm really just watching 29,900 today. If we can get back above it, we may actually make a move up, but if we stay below it, there's a chance that we just potentially either chop or, I mean, damn, we could even continue lower, so. Sheesh. Let's see if it's gonna swing back up or if we're actually gonna push lower. I'm expecting these candles to be pretty large today, so I'm gonna have to at least nearly open, so I'm gonna size down. Dude, that's so nasty. So let's see if we're about to start swinging up. I don't really feel. Well, I feel more comfortable trying to long it than trying to short it, but I gotta wait. I'd like to see how this 5-minute candle is gonna close first. Because if we did go long, I'd be looking to take it up towards 29,900. That's insane, dude. It's like 250 points in this area. So we just watched sellers attempt to push lower and they are failing, but to take a trade here requires a huge stop loss. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for this 5-minute candle to close, see what it does. Or what I could start doing. Dude, we keep having these like 250 point moves, 300 point moves during the overnight. Maybe just get an idea for which way we're gonna go. Throw a couple micros on and just hold it all night. You know, 3 micros, 1,000 ticks, you make 1,500 bucks. But yeah, honestly, I got to figure out a way to take advantage of Asia and London session. It's just happening too often, and then if I don't take advantage of it and I keep trying to trade the open, it's just a waste. It was pretty clean. It's moving very directionally a lot of the times during Asia and London. Alright, we got 30 seconds until this candle closes. If we are going to start popping up, I'm going to look for us potentially to come up towards up here where the 29,900 is sitting at. Alright, I might go long. I'm gonna go long with 3 micros, but it's going to require a huge stop loss. And we'll try and take it towards 29,900. We just need follow through from the buyers. We've been pushing down all day. We had a attempt to go lower at the open, and it failed. We have a strong close on the 5-minute, and we're looking to see if we're going to continue it higher, or if we're just going to start chopping here. If we start chopping here, I'm going to just take a L. Disgusting. It's like a... How big is this stop? Ew. Gross. I'm looking for 690 to hold. We might be okay, but if it... Alright, we're cooked. We're cooked. If it goes past 690. Damn, that was terrible. 3 micros, lost 500 bucks. I suck, dude. That's crazy. Well, so much for trading this account today. Kind of cooked it. So we're going to move over to the other accounts. Dude, that was terrible, honestly. Slightly embarrassing. Dude, where was my stop at? Was it sitting right here? I think it was sitting right here. Wait, let me see. 752. Oh no, 672. Oh, that's terrible. Sheesh. No, I'm flat right now. I tried to go long. I got stopped at 672. Oh my goodness. Disappointing. Dude, look where I got stopped. That actually sucks. Gotta just let it go. Gotta just let it go. Not gonna lie though, slightly irritating. Because I do think that we are going to come up, you know? Here's the thing, like, I got in pretty high up here. I think around like 750 something, 757. Full. Just like a really large stop that was required. I tried to get away with a shorter stop loss, putting it below 690. And it just like tagged me out. But I do still think we're heading up towards 29,900. Unfortunate, you know. It's my fault though. Am I in a trade right now? No. I was trying to go long. But I can't, I gotta just let it go at this point. I can't, like, get back into the... Well, first of all, it's even a worse entry at this point, and you would still need a huge stop loss. And I'm also slightly worried that we're potentially going to chop around a little bit. If we were going to make a move, I was expecting it to happen on the... I was expecting this, right? Like, selling off all day, push down at the open, total failure, flip bullish, next candle retraces, get in, pushes up, goes long. That's kind of was the idea. And I try to get in when we like retrace towards the POC. And then it just ripped. So we have PMI in 2 minutes. I got to be careful because now I'm trading 5 funded accounts. So we're gonna wait to see what happens, but I'm less likely to try and take anything in here now. I'd rather I want to see what we do around 29,900, so I want us to get up there first. And then I'm gonna have to use some pretty small size with these accounts. I'll probably go like 2 micros, honestly. And then try and add into a winner. I think that's kind of the idea. Because I'm expecting the open today. I mean, we've already seen it in the first 2 5-minute candles, but I'm expecting it to be a little volatile. We're deep in negative gamma territory, although the profile today is pretty thin on QQQ, which is interesting. Yeah, copy trading them. Dude, yesterday, so I went to go take my payout for that alpha account. Oh, speaking about that, I need to change that number up there. But I went to go take my payout for the alpha account, and dude, they lowered the cap on the day, retroactive change on the day that I went to go take a payout. So I couldn't take the 2,800. I was only able to take 2,000, which is lame. It's only $800 difference, but still, like, a retroactive, any type of retroactive change is so lame because you buy the account under the assumption of a certain set of rules, right? And then they change it. It's like, I didn't sign up for that. So now that, honestly, if they, without a 40 or 50% discount, their premium accounts actually don't make sense anymore. There's no reason, because they're more expensive, but now they have a payout cap like the rest of the prop firms, so what's the point of buying them at this point? Which is a bummer, because I like those accounts, because originally it was like first payout on a 50K was 3K, second payout was like 4K, but now it's like first payout's 2K, second payout 2,250, third payout 2,500. It's lame. Yeah, they said they had to change it because of live accounts, because they're allowing 5 live accounts. Like, I don't care about that. No, they're all lowering. They've all been lowering their payout caps. There's only like a few of them left that are over 2,000 for 50Ks. But yeah, it's pretty annoying. But I mean, a payout's a payout. So we took the payout. We've been focusing a lot on evals this month. So I think July should be pretty good, as long as I just don't mess it up. Because I have 8 funded accounts right now, and I have yeah, yeah, we're gonna smack alpha. Yeah, I'm pretty net positive with alpha, so I don't really mind. But yeah, I have 8 funded accounts right now, and then I got 2 evals that are halfway done. I'll probably try and pass tomorrow. Hopefully get up to 10 funded accounts. And then I'll probably still keep working on them. And then once I have enough funded accounts, like, I mean, 8's a pretty good number, but once I have more, I'm actually going to take like 1 or 2 of them and be really aggressive with them. Probably on the top steps, because they have the $4,000 payout. So I mean, I might blow it. But what I would do is, like, They have $1,000 daily loss limit, so you get a little bit of profits on the day, and then you literally just like size up, risk all the profits, and then just go for big days. So the idea of what I was talking about this morning is playing out, but unfortunately we got stopped out literally I think by 3 ticks or something, 2 or 3 ticks, which is unfortunate, but the idea was there. Just it is what it is. So as we approach 29,900, I'm going to be watching what happens up here. If we get above and we hold above 29,900, there is a chance that we actually continue up. How did I get my first funded account? My first funded account was the first eval I ever purchased, and it's because I was copy trading a guru. Just took all of his trades, caught him on a winning streak. And then I thought this is like the easiest thing in the world. It was a long time ago. My first payout took a very long time to get. It took me like a year and a few months, maybe a year and a half, maybe, to get my first ever payout. So a year and a half of losing every single day and just blowing a bunch of accounts. You try to download the setup in ATAS, but it's not working. What do you mean? It's a CTS file. You just and then you got to make sure you're using it for the right platform. So it might be ATAS X or ATAS. So make sure you're using the right one for the right platform. I have them labeled, and then you just import the template. So I want to see if we're going to get above this. This is what I'm waiting for, if you're wondering, watching this. I'll keep it circled. Which one do I use? I use all of them that I have posted. The main one I use is this one, but then I also use this. You see, this is like a 15-minute version of that, and then this right here where my mouse is, this is a delta profile. So if you ever see me looking over here, that's what I'm looking at. And then I'm also using this, which is a 1 minute on deep charts. Bummer. What a bummer. Alright, so we're approaching 29,900. I want to see if we're actually going to get above this, or if we're going to start forming a range. Damn, the original idea worked out. Although the risk to reward really wasn't that great on it. I went long at like 57. My stop was right here at 72. And I was aiming for up here, like a 1.6. Oh my goodness, dude. Ah. Oh, dude. Can't do anything but just laugh at that. That's crazy. Alright. We also have to be okay, so I'm watching this, right? And the idea is this, okay? If we push through 29,900 and when buyers reclaim this and we actually hold above here and start showing some acceptance of value building above here, then there's a pretty good chance of two things happening. Either we actually continue up to retrace some of the drop that happened overnight, or because this is like the biggest strike for the day, there's also a chance that we can potentially rotate around it. A lot of the times after we have like a really large drop, not every time, but I do notice it happens, is that we may drop, bounce up, and then somewhere after we bounce back up, we find value. So, I mean, there's a potential it can happen around here. But what I'm looking at right now is we are approaching that. I'll mark it out on here. 29,900. We're kind of struggling to get past it. We also have the 4-hour opening in like 4 minutes, so probably wait for that. 29,923 FOMC low. All right. So I was about to say, it looks like we're probably gonna break through this. So let's see what the hourly does right here in 20 seconds, the 4 hour. Have I tried combining a regular job and trading? I do other stuff. A regular job though? No, I haven't had a regular job since 2022. I have a software for law firms though. All right, so what I'm looking at right now is now that we're holding above 29,900, I am expecting us to continue higher, but I can't just like get in right here. I would actually have to wait for us to have a pullback, then watch for seller failure, and then try and take it long. But who knows, maybe that entry that I tried to take at the open is like the only entry and we just rip it. Which would be unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Do I still use the same ATAS template from my vid? What vid? Are you talking about the one I made over a year ago? Well, I don't know what video you're talking about. You gotta tell me. We're approaching 30,000 right now. What I was looking for at this open is I was looking for us to open, pull back, and then I was going to try and take a continuation. But it just went without me. But I am worried about us doing what I said, bouncing and then finding some value. It was definitely, best opportunity was definitely down here. Although I probably would have gotten out at 29,900 with a hard TP rather than trying to hold it. No, I don't use a range chart, DBK. The smallest I go is like 1 minute. And then range charts, I don't use them. For me, they get kind of noisy. But they could be great for trying to pinpoint entries. So the only thing I'm looking at right now is I'm trying to see if we're going to come back towards 29, like somewhere towards 29,000 in here. If we pull back and then sellers are failing to take it lower and we start flipping back up, I'm probably going to try and take a continuation higher. Depending on what it looks like when it gets down here though. Otherwise, if it just kind of slams back into here, then it is what it is, and we'll probably just not touch that. And then I might have to wait a while. I realized that, like, recently, you know, I usually trade the first hour and a half or hour of market open, and then, like, some days the market won't be doing much during that time frame, and then I'll be like, all right guys, getting off stream, catch you later. Then like yesterday, okay, the moment I get off stream, we just start moving. I'm like, great, you know. and then like yesterday I took one break even and one loss on stream, and then I get off stream, and then I took two more trades that were both winning trades. But that was like way after. It was like an hour after I got off stream. But I gotta I think I might have to sit on stream longer. We've been having some decent moves heading into lunch hour. Cause in the past, what it used to be is we make a move off the open, or you know, maybe we chop for like 15-20 minutes, then make a move, and then volatility dries up, volume dries up the closer we get towards lunch, and that's why I would typically stop. But it's a little different now. On some days it still does that, but I have noticed that we've been getting past couple months sometimes some decent moves towards like the second hourly candle of the open, 11 Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, when everyone's eating lunch. It didn't go deep enough. I was looking for it to pull back further. It's just gonna continue its run. It's not looking good for longs. I'm gonna see if we come down into here. I'm gonna watch what it does. If it doesn't pull back though, I mean, just kind of, I guess, like, let it pump. A pullback would be nice though. Pull back, and then looking for sellers to fail. Well, in the meantime, while I wait for something to happen, does anybody catch those logs? Or tried to enter when I entered and had like a 6 tick stop loss, or 6 ticks bigger stop loss? Oh, nice. You're waiting for London highs for us to. You're in longs holding it to take it. Went long in RTY. Nice. Yo, Mr. Pence, or do you need to make 3,000? Are you trying to make 3,000 to 6,000 profit target on a 50K? Yeah. Three micros. So you're going for 2,000 ticks. Banger. Yes, sir. Try to go long somewhere over here. We're kind of just grinding up right now. What up, Apple? Well, we tried to take longs down here. I got stopped. Like my stop loss was right here. It's pretty nasty. And then the idea was we were looking for us to come up to 29,900. In the event that we get above 29,900 and we kind of hold up here, then I'm expecting potentially for us to continue up, or the other thing is for us to potentially rotate around 29,900. So right now what I'm looking at is we're kind of grinding up on a 1 minute. So this is not really something that is a good idea to try and like short. I would rather us break down back towards this area and watch sellers begin to struggle and fail. And then when buying steps back in, the idea is to try and go long. But if we never get down there and we kind of just like grind, pop, grind, drop, grind, like I can't trade that. So I gotta just let it go. Yeah, DBK, that would be great. It'd be ideal. 200 more points. Like, this is a large enough range where I'm slightly tempted to try and actually short it down towards the put wall, but I don't think it's actually a good idea. I mean, it might work out, but whenever I try and short grinds up, like slow grinds up, where it'll look like it's about to come down and then it'll just rip it back, and I just end up getting wrecked. But we are kind of stalling out up here around the 30,000 area. We're watching buying pressure step in, and it's not really pushing it higher. And now we're seeing selling pressure. And that is a great example of why you don't try and short the grinds up. In the past, those used to just wreck me. Those used to wreck me. I don't fall for it anymore. Actually, sometimes I do, but I try not to. But maybe it'll actually work out. But I'm not going to take it. I would like us to actually come down, though, so that I have an opportunity to try and long it. Does anyone know if there's a setting on TradingView to, like, what's it called? Make it so that the candles move faster? Some platforms have it. I've never really looked into it for TradingView. Sometimes they have a setting where it's like slow, or I don't know. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Where these candles, the way that TradingView kind of prints its candles is super choppy compared to like where it's showing tick by tick. Yeah and no. Alright. We'll figure it out later. Oh. Oh, they don't. Okay. So, I'm watching us push down right now. The only thing that's slightly concerning is that the hourly may be flipping bearish, but we're still watching down here. I would like it to go a little lower. And then we're gonna see if it makes sense. Yeah, Trade C has it. Yeah, so does Project X. We're gonna see if it makes sense to try and long it, unless it never actually gets down here and it just goes. But just because it comes in here doesn't mean I'm just automatically going to long it. I want to see us push into it and then have some responsive buying activity to try and long it. Because we could go for the highs basically, and it'd be like 100 points. Unless we start ripping through it, then we gotta just give it up. And we have the new 15-minute opening, so in like 2 minutes. Alright, I hope the new 15-minute opens up and does not go take the highs. And instead drops down into here first. Alright, let's see. I would like us to actually clear this out. If we take orders sitting around 29,900 and then we see a big trade pop up and we immediately reject it, I'm probably going to try it. So I want to see us take out the orders at 29,900. I'm going to use small size. I'm going to start with 2 micros if I do end up entering into it. Alright, I'm going to enter into micros. The stop's going to be below. We didn't take the orders at 29,900, but if we come back to take them, the stop's going to be sitting at 29,880. Actually, it should probably be slightly below it. I'm going to look for an opportunity to try and add into it. Because we're only in 2 micros. But TP would be us to go make a new high, which is like over 100 points. So it would still, even though it's 2 micros, it would still be like 400 bucks if it goes up there. We just got to see if it's going to come back down to take the orders or if buyers are just going to start having follow through. And then if I lose this trade, I'm just going to stop on the day for these accounts. I do have my other funded accounts, but I don't know, probably chill. Alright, let's see if we take the orders at 29,900. If we take them and we reject, like if you see a big trade pop up right here and we start rejecting, then I'm actually going to add into it. But if we just take the orders and kind of just run through them and hit stop loss, then we're just going to take the L. I just hope it doesn't spike down, hit the stop, and then pop up. But I think I'm giving it enough room. I'm giving it like almost 25 points from where the orders would be taken. Pretty strong push. About almost 50 points in profit. At this point, okay, now we move stop to break even. We're looking for buyers to have some follow through. Sorry, you can't see this. We have to be careful though. Like, we could potentially just come up here and turn around again. Because the 15-minute looks like this. So we're looking for the 15-minute. Came down what we wanted it to do towards 29,900. We're trying to see it continue the pump up, but it requires us to kind of get above this 30,000 area and start pushing it. Otherwise, we're just gonna hit break even. But decent attempt. I mean, smaller size though, so there wasn't a proper opportunity for me to try and add into the position, because I usually add in on a winning position. The reason why I didn't add into it, or I was waiting to add into it, is because I thought that we could still take 29,900. So in the event that we came down to take it and we immediately rejected after filling those orders, I would have added into it on the way up. But since it's still down there, I'd rather just leave it 2 micros and just either let it hit break even or go up to where we were trying to take it. But it's not looking good. We saw buyers stepping in. All of this volume is building up here. It's where the 5-minute POC is at, and it failed to push higher. So I went like 60 points and we hit break even. We'll see what happens. After we take, I'm less inclined to try and take it now, by the way, though. Or like to try and take this trade again, because we just watched buyers try and step in, and then they just absolutely got demolished. They just failed. So there we go, taking the orders that were sitting at 29,900. But even if we reject it here and we start popping up, I just oh, I don't know if I'd want to take that. Let it go down more. Got cooked on the first short, but got in on this one. Nice. I'm like slightly tempted to try and go long. I'm watching us struggle to get lower, but this is what concerns me though. What happened right here when we were in the first position. And that we're approaching the hourly close and it looks like this. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just gonna have to, I'm not gonna take that. Even if it does end up working out, it just, because my thought process is like, we came into where I wanted to look for a long. We had aggressive participation of buyers, and then it failed. So now this is just instantly suspicious. It's just suspicious at this point. We just did it even lower here, so. Probably about to push lower right now. Unless we get back above that area, but it's not looking like we're going to. Market is moving pretty nicely though. Very minimal chop compression. We're just moving, so I do think that there's going to be an opportunity as long as we continue doing this. What would my target be for what? If I was in shorts right now? If that's what you're asking, then probably I'd probably be careful when we start getting towards 29,800 because this is starting to enter another area where I'd potentially try and... I wouldn't even use that actually. Around here. I'd be watching around here. Yeah, I'm watching T Glicky. I'm watching this right now. Alright, I'm gonna go long right here. My stop's gonna be right below. I need us to get back above 29,900. Only 2 micros again. If there's an opportunity to add into it, I will. We gotta be careful if we start approaching 29,980. The only thing is that we do need to push through 29,900 and actually stay up here. Otherwise, potentially cooked. But we're really not risking a lot. Stop's just right at the lows, so. What I might do though is I'm gonna see how this 5-minute closes. If we close back above, and it's a strong close, back above 29,900, and if the next candle immediately starts pushing down and I see seller failure, then I'll actually add into it. But for now, we do need to stay above this. Otherwise, this trade idea is not valid for me. If we go down and we go and basically make a, you know, watch this buying pressure come in again and then just fail. 877. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Because we came up to, we failed. We're failing. But I wanted to give it a try. It wasn't that big of a, won't be that big of a loss. And then I'm gonna stop right now. So we I'll do a quick recap. All right, there it goes. It's gonna take us out. So, at the beginning of the day, the idea was we were looking for longs, to head up into 29,900. I tried to take longs. I got stopped out by like a couple ticks, and then we tried to go long off the first bounce off of this. Off the put wall. It went like 50 points or 60 points into profit and then slammed back down. And then we were watching sellers push lower. They were struggling to get lower, and so once buying pressure started stepping in, I actually went long, and I needed us to hold above 29,900. We pushed above it. We were like 50 points in profit. I didn't want to move that one to break even because I needed to give it a little bit of room. And we're only in 2 micros. So we ended up holding it. It just hit our stop loss. I hope it continues down, honestly. So yeah, 2 losses, 1 break even. Not the best session yesterday or today, but losses are relatively small. But it's because I'm using tiny size. So yeah. Unfortunate. It is what it is. We missed out on our best opportunity, or we fumbled it on this one, because that would have been like a 1.6R. We're risking, it would have been like $850 on that Top Step account, but we're down. So we're down 175 times 5. And then we're down like 480 on the Top Step. So I'll just come back tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.